comedian Michael Malone, and I wrote a story I'd like to share with you. On my bike ride today, I passed by a tree that had a split limb hanging from its thick upper midsection. A tree that I was just sitting under the day before, no less. I couldn't help but think that it made a perfect metaphor for strength and how we perceive it. Everyone has a family member or close friend that they are convinced has never shed a tear their entire life. For me, it's my grandmother. I've never witnessed any emotion from her besides joy or anger until just a few years ago, and, well, I'm almost 40 years old. Often we look at emotionally strong people in our lives as being impenetrable, but that simply is not possible. In the famous words of R.E.M., everybody hurts sometimes. And this massive tree with a broken limb hanging from its torso was a reminder of that. After taking some pictures of the damage and some investigative climbing, I found myself asking, how does this change my view of this tree? I pass by it every day on my bike ride and find myself a little overwhelmed by its size. It's taller than most of the houses in the neighborhood, but the leaves hang down so low that I have to duck under them as I pass. It takes up a lot of space, and it's been a comfortable home for many of birds over the years. I've climbed this tree, grabbing the thick branches and pulling myself up, dragging all of my weight behind me. The branches below would hoist me up underneath my worn sneakers like a good friend. I've sat underneath this tree and watched baseball practices. Children I didn't know running bases and swatting flies from their sweaty summer brows as they wait for a ball to reach the outfield. My back leaned fully against the hard base of the tree, shaded by the overhung trees. But after seeing the damage, I had questions. Can I still trust this tree? Will it provide me shade and comfort against the harsh weather? Can I still count on it to hold me up with its strength? What made that limb split? Was it my fault? Perhaps I leaned too much on my weight on there and weakened the branches. These are some of the same questions we ask ourselves when we witness someone who we view as strong break down. However, a broken limb shouldn't make you question their strength. Actually, quite the opposite. The first time I saw my grandmother cry was also the first time I saw her use her walker. She gripped the handle so tightly and scooted it across her old kitchen rug. Neon yellow tennis balls that had been cut in half dragged on the back wheels, controlling her hellish speeds. She stopped midway to the refrigerator and she started sobbing. In between her hard cries, she exclaimed, "I never wanted you to see me this way." That day, I saw through all the cluttered bushel of the leaves, and I discovered a broken limb. I remember having the same questions then as I did today with that tree. Can I still count on her to hold me up when I need strength? Yes. Yes, I can. Because one broken limb doesn't affect the strength and integrity of all the others. There are still many more that I can climb and feel safe. That old tree can still provide a home, comfort, and a place to curl up next to. Just as people heal, that limb will grow back. So don't let a few broken branches change your thoughts on how sturdy a tree is. Some of the biggest, tallest, strongest trees I've ever come across have broken branches, chunks missing, and initials carved in them. That's just normal. They're damaged, rotten in spots. But like my grandmother, they're still standing, tall, proud. Broken limbs don't make you weak. They make you strong. You can keep your perfectly precious flowers. I want to be a tree when I get old. Strong, flawed, and still standing. Thanks for letting me share that with you.